I've been shot at, chivved up, grassed on, grassed off, Johnny'd up the weasel, tin-hatted, sponged, back, sack and cracked. I've got more holes in me than a Game of Thrones plot, but I ain't here to glamorise violence, and you'll get that from my new book. Some people would call me a gangster, but not to my face, because I hate that term. I was a local businessman. If you call me a gangster, you'd have ended up in the bottom of the Thames. What makes someone a gangster anyway?
Extortion, violence, robberies, racketeering, drug dealing, kidnapping.
Right, well, yeah, probably was then. Just watch it, you mug. I may or may not have done some robbing and murdering, but I was polite about it, and they don't put that in the papers, do they? If I'm going to take what's yours, I'm going to say thank you, and maybe send you a Christmas card. Just the way I was brought up. People might call it violence now, but back then, we called it a bit of a laugh. It was just how it was. Everyone was smashing everyone up all the time. It's just how we communicated. Hello mate, punch in the face. Come in for a cup of tea, iron bar over the back of the nut. Nobody thought nothing of it. My old man knew he had to watch me when I ate the family hamster for twitching his nose at me the wrong way. I've got a very deep sense of when someone is mugging me right off. When I was 4 years old, me and Terry the toddler from the playgroup done over the pub we used to drink in. Nothing messy. Till running with a couple of hammers and smashed the till to pieces. And then went out on our toes to the sweetie shop. I remember my old granddad rolling up the milkman in a scrap of old carpet and using him to hold up the post office. The milkman was just whistling away, enjoying himself. See these, love? 2 plastic knees.
Kneecapping from a dodgy deal.
No, 5 aside. People don't believe you when you tell them that everyone used to leave their door open, but it's true. We were in and out of each other's houses all the time. I remember breaking into my own house once by mistake. I got a right clip round here when I tried to sell my dad his own telly, then it all changed. Suddenly you had your Italians, your Turks, your Irish, your Hebrews, your Yardies, your Inuits, your Orcs, your Targaryens. It got very territorial. People going about how terrifying Mad Frankie Fraser was, but to me, I was more scared of his namesake, Sad Frankie Fraser. Lovely bloke, just really depressing. Total mood hoover. Then there's the Meringues, 4 brothers from south of the river. They used to torture their rivals by putting them in a giant mixer full of egg whites and sugar, and then bake them into a meringue and drop them in the middle of Piccadilly Circus. Then they'd have to make their own way home. Well embarrassing. The crab sticks mob, they didn't last long. You've heard the saying, never bring a knife to a gunfight. Well, don't bring crab sticks to a knife fight. What were they thinking? Then there's Jimmy Mustard, the Mustard Man and his barrel of ham, Jolly Bonkers and his giant wheel of conkers, Sally Custard, French Ian, Tarquin Winkleberry, the Lanyard Gang, Mickey iPhone, Graham and Pepe. There was this teeny little mouse from Stepney who could pick locks and speak fluent Italian. Proper staunch bods.
So when did you first start making proper money?
Job that made me famous in London, if you like, was when me and Harry Forearms stole Big Ben and hid it in a lorry in Smithfields under a mountain of pork chops. We had a bar in China and everything, and this was before the speaking clock, so no one in the country could set their watches no more. It was carnage. We told the old Bill that we'd put it back for 1 million sovs each.
Did they pay?
They had no choice. They couldn't even show our faces on the TV news because nobody knew when it was supposed to be on.
So what advice would you give a young person that's getting into trouble?
Stay away from it. Trust me. Keep your nut down, get an education, stay off the pavement and avoid a violent life, which is the underlying message of my new book. Violence is great.